obviously. So I'm not actually sure if this is working. So somebody say if you can hear me, see me. I actually may be lagging because I tested this out yesterday and it was lagging, but I switched my camera and I got rid of some things at the same time. So I'm not really sure if this is working. So awesome. Fuck yeah. Alright. So, welcome everyone to my first episode of l.shima. That's what I'm going to call it. So basically, it is a podcast. It's going to be a live video podcast. For those who don't know what a podcast is basically, I don't know really what the definition of it really is. It's just a thing that you can listen to other people talk about random shit that their podcast is about. So there's like one of the ones I actually did listen to is DVDSA. Love that one, and it stopped, and so everybody's like figuring it out. Francis is showing me some other one that's like called The Bone Show or something. I have no idea, but yeah, so it's kind of like a podcast, only with that it's live, and on top of it I will have recorded video of it. So if for those who can't stay for the full hour, can't make it on the scheduled times every Wednesday, or just really don't want to see it live, it is there to go back later and enjoy my pure awesomeness, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, today is Wednesday, July 16th, 2014, and we shall begin. Since it is my first episode, there will be a lot of changes as I progress, because I do plan to take this very seriously, and I also will love to have as much critique from you, as well as any opinions that you have, and whatever else you want to share. In the beginning of everything, I will kind of go down a list of what the featured episode will be about, and then we'll go from there. This is my crazy psycho dog. And so today we'll just basically run down who I am for those that don't know me, and then go from my weekly life, kind of things that are just going on in my general life. I just said that. Anyways, and then we'll go on to some silly things, and then with Q's and A's. So I'll start off with my favorite current questions from Tumblr, and then I'll give a little bit more detail as towards that question that I answered already, or I'll add to it, and then after that I will answer every question that you have on this live video chat. So if you have a question towards something that I've already mentioned, or I'm talking about a certain topic at that point, feel free to ask it at that second. I may take a moment to actually answer it or talk to you one-on-one type of things, or I may save it towards the end. So if you ask something, don't feel like I ignored you completely if I didn't answer it right then and there. It may be for the fact that I saved it towards the end. Also, on top of it, I would like to keep this chat PG as possible. I know what my work consists of, and for those who are expecting me to get nude on this episode or any of my episodes, I am sorry to disappoint you, but that won't be happening. There might be some awesome special occasions, but that will be announced when that does happen, and it may be a secret. But right now, no, I will not be getting naked. There will not be any sexual things, so I would like every question and interaction to be as PG as possible. If it isn't PG within my standards, or it makes me uncomfortable at any time, I will most likely just ignore it. I will read it, but I will probably just ignore it. So, again, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. It's just, I have some levels, and yeah. Anyways. So, thank you all for coming and joining me on my first episode 1 podcast. And I'm calling it Listen l.shima. I don't know why. I just really thought that was kind of awesome of a name. I don't know. I actually put it on the little little image design that I created, the flyer. But my boyfriend and roommate both like looked at it, and my roommate Andy actually was just like, well, I'm not really sure what it's advertising, because it used to actually say Listen l.shima Volume 1, just because I thought that was cool. And he's like, it looks like it's supposed to be for a book, but it has Ustream on it. And I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, so volumes usually typically for a book, it's episodes that are for actually like videos. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll change it, whatever. And I won't put Listen l.shima because Francis is like, well, Listen l.shima makes no sense. And I'm like, well, in my head it does. So anyways. Oh, and also this podcast will encounter me rambling a lot, because it's technically just me talking to myself sometimes as I read y'all's statements and questions and stuff like that. So anyways, I see one that said I vanished, but now I'm back. Hopefully this is not messing up. As I'm talking to you on top of it, my dog is over there in the kitchen whining her butt off. So, oh my god. She will pop in and out, I promise. Such as now. Anyways. So, how is everyone? I am perfectly fine, if you want to ask me. I actually just started a Strong Lift 5x5 program. Not sure if any of you are aware of that, or even aware of it even existing, but it was hard. I actually started Monday. And so basically, if you don't know what Strong Lift 5x5 is you have the basic 5 weightlifting things, what do you call that? Like, I don't know, weightlifting stuff, that you do, and you do 5 reps of 5 sets of 5 reps of each one except for one of them. And so the workout is you have squats, you have overhead press, you have bench press, you have barbell rows, and then you also have deadlifts. Deadlifts is the one that you only do 1 set of 5 reps. So you're supposed to start do a week workout A and workout B, 3 times a week kind of thing. So I started Monday, did workout A, which was squats, bench press, and barbell rows. And I've never actually ever went into the weight room inside my gym, so like I've always been like nervous and like scared, because like I feel like I'm this girl who technically really doesn't know anything, but is learning as much stuff as I possibly can. And so I finally went in there Monday, trying my hardest to not give a shit, because I read a lot of articles and blogs, especially coming from Reddit. So I just make sure that I'm staying on top of what's going on and what happens in the gym. So after reading a few, and they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Everybody might look at you, and some people, if they see your form is completely wrong, they may say something, but overall nobody's watching you. They're worrying about their own self. So it made me feel a little better. But on Monday, I started, and the squats you're supposed to do every single workout day. And so you're supposed to, if you are able to do 5 sets of 5 reps of each workout, you're supposed to increase the weight for the next day, or the next set that you do later on. I'm trying to like figure the perfect wording for this. Of course, Strong Lift 5x5 says it a lot better than me, but whatever. They're not here, obviously. So yeah, anyways, so Monday was actually not that bad. I literally did the squats. I Googled all the forums, watched so many videos, read a lot of blogs about it and articles and things like that, and kept myself, intelligent to understand what I should be doing. And so I made sure that, there's a high bar squat, there's a low bar squat, there's a thing where you gotta, make sure your legs are parallel, all this stuff. So I made sure I was on top of my game for that, as well as for the barbell and the bench press. And so when I got into it, I started off with just the Olympic bar, because it was my first time doing the strong lift. I've been to, grit and TRX and things like that, but I've never actually done strong lift before, so they advised you to start off with a 45-pound Olympic bar. So when I did that, it was pretty simple, self-explanatory kind of, still working on my form, obviously, but I wasn't feeling too much pain, didn't feel like I was working out super hard, like when you're like just fatigued and exhausted. I definitely was not at that point. Like by the time I was done with all 3, I wanted to do more. So I woke up the following day and I was obviously like sore out of my mind, especially my back, and I just wanted to thank the Lord that it was a rest day and I did not have to go to the gym, except to do like some light cardio and things like that. Today it was a different story. So I was making sure I did the research for forms for not only squat but as well as deadlift and overhead press. And so deadlifts, I've seen a lot of people post on Reddit, checked my forms, so I've read everybody's, answers to that and watched the videos to everyone that has, performing it and things like that. So the deadlift wasn't that bad. It was different, but it wasn't bad. My squats, on Monday I attempted the high bar, so today I wanted to attempt the low bar. And I'm not gonna lie, I may have been doing it wrong or something because my left shoulder blade was like super hurting. And so I hopefully didn't fuck up anything with that, but the overhead press was ridiculous. To the point where, again, I had to do 5 sets of 5 reps, and I'm literally by the second set, 4th to 5th rep, I'm like making the most, I have the ugliest gym face. Like, I mean, I don't care to say it. I make sounds, I grunt, I make the face. Yeah. So I take this stuff serious. But when I was lifting it up, oh my god, it was just a 45-pound Olympic bar. Couldn't do it. I've been doing TRX, been doing, high intensity training, been doing like body pump, some other stuff. I literally have been lifting minor weights. I mean, I guess I technically was never lifting 45 pounds, but holy hell, that was ridiculous. Like, I almost didn't think I could do 5 sets of it, but I pushed through it, and I made it, and I was happy about it, but I just felt like I looked like an idiot at some points. But again, I was like, fuck it, whatever, don't care, not even gonna worry about the people around me. So I wanted to do some ladders afterwards, actually, and my dumbass, I tend to cuss too, sorry, forgot to bring my running shoes. After all the research I've done, especially for squats, they always advise you to wear like chucks. I call them Converses, but people call them chucks, or anything that has a flat sole and nothing that's cushioned. So I'm like, awesome, I'll bring my Vans with me and I'll look like an awesome professional lifter and things like that. And so I got there, excited, ready to do this, then do ladders afterwards, and then after I was done, I realized I didn't bring my running shoes. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think I can run in my Vans. I mean, I guess I technically can run in my bare feet, but didn't wanna deal with that stuff. So, yeah, for those also that haven't been really following me, I've been getting into the gym just recently, trying to work out, exercise, eat a lot better than I used to. And so I just, throughout majority of my career, and even just my life in general, once I knew that what the perfect body was for females, at that age, I even think it was middle school, I never was really happy with my body. So I decided, in my past, I attempted to do diets, and do exercise, but I would literally be the person that would stop it cold turkey and then do it hardcore, and then after 2 weeks, doesn't matter what time of the month, doesn't matter what time of the year, after 2 weeks, I would just relapse. I would stop doing it. Something, either I would go on a trip, or I worked too many hours at that point in my life. Something happened that caused me to just completely stop after 2 weeks. And so when I moved to Florida, and in preparation to move in other places after this year's over, I wanted to change my eating lifestyle. I wasn't eating horribly bad. I wasn't like eating as bad as when I worked 2 jobs when I lived in Austin. That's when I used to eat fast food all the time. But I was still not eating the best as I should be. So I decided in March that I will take it more serious and try to hit it at a different level. Since, doing it cold turkey and instantly, running, lifting weights, eating clean, and eating, counting my calories and things like that, if I do it completely all at the same time, I relapse within 2 weeks. So I decided this time I'll break it down into segments. So in March, I decided I will do just running. No weights, no worrying about what I was putting in my mouth, just strictly running. And for me, that was a really hard starting off point for the fact that I don't like to run. I don't like to sweat. I'm such a girly girl when it comes to that. I don't like sweating. I don't like touching people that are sweaty. I don't even like my dog drooling on me. It's gross. It makes me feel dirty, and I just don't want to deal with it. So, having that was a really big issue that I had to overcome. So I slowly started to run on this bridge in Sarasota. That's technically a mile, but then a mile back, so it's technically 2 miles. So I just started basically attempting to run a mile. Once I got to a mile, I slowly tried to, run 2 miles until that March month was over. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to still keep up with the running. And I will add a new part of this whole new healthy lifestyle situation. So on my way to Miami, actually, one day, Francis gave me a audiobook called The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. So the entire trip to Miami and then, the entire trip back, I listened to the entire thing. And he talks about exercise, he talks about diets, he talks about supplements and vitamins, he goes into sex talk. But out of everything that he mentioned, I wanted to more focus on the diet aspect of it all. I wasn't going to focus on the vitamins. I wasn't going to do his exercise. I was just going to strictly look at the diet part. And if you don't know or never heard of the 4-Hour Body, basically it's a no carb, no sugar, no dairy diet. Carbs meaning no carbs basically at all. Even brown rice, even whole wheat, none of it. Sugar means obviously like no desserts, simple as that, but also no fruit, which at first I'm like, oh, that's not bad. I don't eat that much fruit to begin with. But then after I got into it, it was super hard. And then no dairy, so obviously no milk, no cheese. The only thing dairy that I could have on the diet was cottage cheese. He gives his reasons why, but now with me and where I stand now, I guess it's more because of the protein, and he said something about like it raises your metabolism. Who knows if that's actually true or not, but that's what he said, so I did it. So basically all I was left was protein, vegetables, and legumes. So that month of April was hell. I gave it my all. The 3rd day into it, I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted to give up instantly, but doing research online, that's kind of like, I guess, a normal thing that happens. Your body's just getting used to this new super change that you're doing to it, and that's just how it reacts. So, I'm not gonna lie, I lost 5 pounds on the 4-Hour Body, so I mean, I guess technically I lost something, but, I was not happy by the end of it. And my focus is to not just do a diet for a month or till I get to my goal weight or size. My focus is to actually change my lifestyle and eat a lot better and to keep up with it until the day I die. And there was no way in hell I was going to do this 4-Hour Body for 500 more years or however long I lived. There's just no way. So that's when I started getting in more research about it, and I was luckily, you know what I mean, able to get in contact with a nutritionist, and I told him and I showed him my daily trackings of everything, and he told me to get back and eat fruits, get my ass on dairy, and to just track my calories and to intake only 1,300 calories. So I'm like, alright, that sounds easy, right? No. No. On top of me not liking to sweat and exercise, I love food. I really love it. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I would eat it every second of my life if I could. And on top of it, I love, like, unhealthy food. And I also like eating a lot of portions. Coming from Texas, and one of you asked where am I originally from? Austin, Texas. Yeah. Coming from Texas, the whole slogan, everything's better in Texas. Or, no, better. Better, too, but bigger and bigger. So, I was just used to just getting huge portions and then trying my hardest to finish it all because it's there. I feel bad if I don't finish it. Because then the whole people, like, oh, there's people in so-and-so country that's starving. My God. Gotta finish this, obviously. So, having to moderate my portions, it was just so difficult. Having to get MyFitnessPal and scan every single thing that I was eating, and plan ahead too, because I don't care for breakfast foods at all. I don't even care for breakfast in general. So when I did the 1300 calories, I would basically try to eat a less calorie breakfast and save as many calories as possible for dinner and lunchtime. So that wasn't really the best choice for me, but I stuck with it. I stuck with it for another month. So we're in April, May time, and on top of this, I'm still running, and I still try to do weights and stuff like that. But it wasn't that bad. I made sure that, I did research also on clean eating and things like that, and it ended up doing good for my body. I try to take pictures of my, physical self, untouched, all that fun stuff every month. I weigh myself. I even measure, my neck, my bust, my waist, hips, arms, thighs, calves, the whole shebang, every month to see if I lose anything or if my body's changing whatsoever. I personally don't see it, but apparently some people see it. I think I look the exact same that I started at, but doing the 1300 calories wasn't bad. I learned what a BMR was, how to find your TDEE, what macros were. I started getting more into Reddit forums or subreddits. If you don't know what Reddit is, holy hell, get in the program of Reddit. I've met so many people in the past month that don't know what Reddit is, and literally I'm like amazed because I feel like every time I'm on Reddit, everybody on Reddit, like, it just feels like it's a whole world thing. Everybody's on Reddit. But obviously not. So, if you don't know what Reddit is, definitely go. It's the front page of the internet, and it's fucking rad. I might talk about Reddit one day, an episode, just a whole segment about Reddit, because I fucking love it. But yeah, so I did as much article reading and blog reading and video watching as much as possible on Reddit to inform myself of what healthy eating is and how to lose weight and, the difference between gaining and losing and what causes your body to lose weight and what causes your body to gain weight, as well as adding muscles and a term called skinny fat and things like that. So it took me, and it's still taking me, 4 months to just get a grasp of a healthy lifestyle. So it's really difficult for me to some days it's just like I'm constantly researching every day. It's nonstop, constantly researching. Even if I'm reading the exact same thing I read like 10 days ago, I'm constantly reading stuff about it and listening to other people who are going through similar things that I'm going through, or they have a huge hurdle that they're trying to accomplish, or ones that already got that, to their goal weight and are just trying to maintain their weight or their healthy lifestyle and things like that. And so it's still taking me so much to get a grasp of everything. And a lot of times that I've read, it's literally a fail attempt. Everything you're going to do, you're probably going to maybe fail. But you just gotta keep going, keep trying different things. Sometimes it won't work. Like I've read so many people who do the paleo diet and who do keto, and some people that like literally don't track their calories whatsoever's but some that actually do, and it's really like an OCD type thing, and everybody's so different. Like there's now too one that's like an intermediate fasting, where you don't eat for a certain amount of hours. So I definitely don't think I could do that. But it's just how certain things work for certain people, but you won't know until you try it. And you have to try it for more than, a day. You obviously have to try it for a while. I tried everything for at least a month, but now I'm figuring out I should probably stick with something for at least maybe 2 to 3 months to see if it actually works. So, yeah, that's my life. So yeah, I did wait, what is it called? Strong lift 5x5 today and Monday. Kick my ass. Overhead press, not easy. So if any of y'all know how to do overhead press and are badass at it and can lift like, what is the average pound? Like what I guess your body weight? And overhead press, holy hell. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how I'm going to do it for Monday because I got it like, again, A-B day. So I do it Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I'll do squats, bench press, and barbell rows. And then it starts over back on Monday, but with workout B, with squats, deadlifts, and overhead press. And holy shit, I'm like so worried for Monday because I barely made it past today with the overhead press of 45 pounds. And I'm supposed to go up another, 5 pounds on Monday for overhead press. I don't know how. So many videos I've read, and I'm pretty sure I was doing the form right too. Just saying. But yeah. And on top of it, like I mentioned on Reddit, or mentioned about Reddit, again, you need to get on Reddit now, and kill your life with it, because that's what I do. If I'm not working, or if I'm just trying to not work, I will get on Reddit and blow majority of my day away. Some good, like the fitness stuff, some bad, just like fucking around on the subreddit, funny, or what the fuck, or whatever else, or even just the front page. I can kill so many hours with that. But speaking of which, of subreddits, one of the subreddits that I always go to is the fitness one, and somebody shared this app, and / website that has actually helped them pursue goals or kick bad habits or help positive habits and turn it into a RPG type of game. So when I read it, I'm like, alright, let me check this out. Because I don't have any games on my phone. I'm rarely on my phone to begin with. So when anyone says anything about a game or a new app that I should download, I literally just look at them and be like, all I have is my social media apps, and that's all. I don't have anything else. So if you tell me that there's an app that's worth downloading, I will check this out and figure it out. And by golly gee wills, I think I attempted to make up a word. It actually is pretty badass. It's called Habit, HABIT, RPG, like RPG.com, one word. And it actually is pretty cool for the fact that if you have habits that are bad, so my habit that is really bad is I crack my knuckles like a psychomaniac. Like, I do it to the point where I don't even pay attention and I'm cracking away. I do it in my sleep. That's how bad it is. Apparently, I don't really know, but that's what everybody says. So that's a bad habit that I do. But then there's a good habit that I would like to make sure I do constantly, which is drink some water. Because I really hate water, too. God, I'm so weird. So that was a good habit that I would like to start doing and making sure I'm doing every single day as often as I possibly can. Then they have a section 2, so that's habits, things that you just need to be doing or things that you need to stop doing. Then you got your dailies, which is stuff that you just typically need to get done for pretty much every day of your life. So from my example, I need to take the psycho dog out every single day. I need to train her every single day. I don't even know. Hold on. Let me see what's on mine because I have no idea what my dailies are anymore. Load. Loading, 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 loading. Okay, awesome. And then not only is it just about Akira, it's more also I need to make sure that I'm exercising every day. So that's a daily. And then read. I would love to start reading every day for just at least 30 minutes of my life. So I added that to my dailies. Cook dinner. It's really a special moment when you can cook your own dinner. Cook your own food in general. I don't care to cook whatsoever. Don't care. I would rather hire somebody any day for it. But it's there. It's on my dailies. I need to do it every single day. If I don't do it, then I'll tell you why or what happens. And then there's your standard to-dos. And your to-dos are things that you just need to get done that only happen once in a blue moon. So such as, for me, my to-do is to create a calendar that is been on there that hasn't been checked within the past, what is that, like 15 days? I don't know. I haven't actually been on that long. Anyways, and so, yeah. It's just things that you need to get done eventually that won't really affect you, but it'll be there constantly just reminding you that it needs to get done. And then you have rewards. And rewards are things that you give yourself. So say, for me, my reward is 1 Thin Mint cookie. You gotta pay for that reward. So you gain money. And if you have enough coins to get this reward that you set yourself, you get to have one if you want. So I have 1 Thin Mint cookie. I have an hour of TV because I like to kill some time and watch TV, blow my mind with Master Chef. 30 minutes of TV if I, have a show that's not that long. And then Francis made me add Sleep with the Puppy because that's, a reward to sleep with that crazy dog. And so what happens is it's a game. So when you accomplish something, so say you accomplish your dailies, you get points to help you succeed to the next level. And if you don't accomplish a daily, then you get health deducted from you. And you might get something else deducted from you as you keep going on. Same thing with the habits. The habits you either have a plus or minus for. And the plus means that it's a positive thing. There's no negative thing that will affect it whatsoever. So you just click a plus if I drink water. Mine's like drink 24 ounces of water, which is this huge thing. So if I drink 24 ounces of water, I click that plus and I get points as well as coins and whatever else that they might have that I get for it to accomplish that. If I crack my if I crack my knuckles, that's a negative. There's no positive out of that other than it feels so good for like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. So I get a negative feedback from it, so I'll get health deducted from me, I might get something taken from me, things like that. So your goal is to keep leveling up, like any other game. You just want to pass that level and keep doing good and trying to be badass as possible. And so same thing with the to-dos. Once you get, once you accomplish a to-do that's on the site, it will, give you points for it. So the reason why I'm actually really bringing it up is for the fact that it literally, I've only done it for a week, and my biggest habit that I do, like I mentioned, is I crack these little bad boys constantly. And if this podcast was recorded last week, I seriously probably would have cracked my knuckles probably like around 5 to 10 times already. And it's only been, like 30-something minutes? So, yeah, I had an issue with it. But being into it for a week, I haven't cracked my knuckles as often. Sometimes I'll crack like my thumb just because it's like in a weird spot, but otherwise I don't crack it as much as I used to. The first day, yeah, I was like getting pissed at myself, like, holy fuck, I just cracked my knuckles. Like, I never realized how much I do it until the first day I joined the site. And so it's actually been very beneficial of a site. So you're kind of playing a game with yourself, and on top of it, you're helping yourself be better with your habits, with your goals, with your to-dos, and things like that. And there's a community too, so there's other people joined to the site that you can talk to, and there's like these battles. I've only done it for a week, so I'm not fully sure what's exactly going on in this thing, but it literally, you can fight battles, you can have pets. I have a desert wolf. I don't know. I just think that's pretty cool. It looks like a cat. It's not really that awesome because I don't care for cats, but it's pretty helpful when you want that. So I recommend habitrpg.com, and no, I'm not getting paid for this. So I wish I was getting paid to shout them out, but no, I'm not. So it's okay. But yeah, it's, oh my god, it's a really helpful site. So I'm just staring at it. I need to, like, when I was like getting all this stuff set up, I was having a hard time figuring out if I wanted to put my webcam on a tripod and make it look so professional, but it was my, like, issue of I wanted to stare at myself on my screen and not actually stare at the camera. So, like, especially if the webcam was, like, right here, I wouldn't, or you can't really see where I'm pointing at, but right here to my left, I would have been, like, looking like this and looking like that, like, looking like a weirdo. So I was like, alright, I can't do that. I like to look at myself, like, when I'm recording videos. I'm not sure if any of y'all see my, weekend, I want to say weekend update, but that's Saturday Night Live. My weekend post for Junk Tank, I don't do it every weekend. I just do it sporadically here and there. They have other awesome chicks that do it every other weekend also. But when I do their videos, I literally have to cover my screen so I do not stare at myself. Like, I want to be looking straight at the camera, like I'm talking to you and only you, and read what I have to read or memorize what I have to memorize or whatever I have to do. And so I have a piece of paper and I just, like, cover the screen with it to, like, not stare at myself. Like, I should probably do it here, but I like staring at myself sometimes. Yeah, conceited much? Not really. But yeah, getting everything set up was just ridiculous. And then on top of it, I was super nervous doing this. I'm nervous for everything that I do. I mean, I'm human. I'm normal, kind of. But I literally get nervous for everything that I do. Because I, like, overthink a lot of things. I feel like people are judging me constantly. And I want people just to love me every day of my life. So I was super nervous, and I kind of still am a little nervous, but at this point it's just like I'm rambling, and I probably am making no sense whatsoever, and looking like a complete klutz. And is that even a word? Klutz? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so I was super nervous, anyways, blah, 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 getting all this set up. Started like 5 days ago, just checking to see if this Ustream even works. Actually, I started way longer than that, but just checking to see if my video camera works. The one that's the actual camera to my computer was like, would stop working randomly. And so I was like, oh, well, awesome. Gotta figure out a new way to make this work. Then I had to play with, like, the sounds. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to. One of the little thingies is highlighted, so I just want to make sure. You can see me, right? Right? You can see me. Not like my photo of me, but me, real life time. So funny. I would assume so. Nobody's responding. But okay, awesome. Thank you, Derek Tsunami. Awesome name, actually. Anyways. More talking, but yeah. So I was just making sure all this works, and I was testing out that music that played, 3 minutes before 8 o'clock, Oh, for those who do not know or would like to know, that song is called, the song is called I'll Get You by the Classics. I love them, and I like that song. Out of the entire album called Hanging Gardens, I literally, like, feel like a badass every time I'm listening to that album. I don't know why, but, like, I just want to, like, dance and stuff. My dancing is not that awesome. Anyways, God. Anyways, getting all of this set up was ridiculous. On top of it, I like to make it, again, I'm taking it serious, and I'm being as professional as possible, because I am always professional in my career. At least I try to be, except for the cussing, because mean, whatever. Anyways, but I wanted to also make a flyer for y'all, which with with a lot of things that I do with, when I'm announcing stuff. So such as it's a travel notice, or it's, just saying, hey, what's up? I'm gonna be part of this workshop. Actually, soon. I like to make sure that I am able to create flyers that will stand out and be badass and things like that. So majority of my flyers that I make, my travel notices and my standard just posters and stuff, I make myself. There's times where Francis will help me kind of graphic design, like critique it and stuff, and same with my roommate. They'll come and look at it and see if I'm missing anything or if it's like readable or whatever. But those things that you see, I do it myself. Yeah, I feel like a badass. I don't have a graphic design degree. I don't plan to ever get one. It's just something I do just to make sure it stands out. Anyways, I'm just talking. Okay, so something silly that I wanted to do with y'all, and when I progress with this episode, I'll get a better understanding of how everything will flow. I'll get a better understanding of the software that I'm using to actually create this episode, as well as any critiques that y'all have or suggestions or opinions that you want to share for me would be badass. I totally recommend it. Don't be shy. I won't hate you for the rest of your life. Please don't hate me for the rest of your life, but I want to try to interact more on I guess a different level than what I already do on my Tumblr questions on Wednesdays. So I wanted to try to do games. And I've seen other like webcam girls. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing webcam type stuff, but I saw how they interacted and did research, and I would like to do something similar to that, but I'm not sure how yet. So as I progress, this will get better and better, and people are awesome and awesome and awesome, and then you just can't miss my shows. But I was just gonna do some jokes right now, and I would love for any of y'all to share any jokes you have to me. One of them I was gonna do a knock knock joke, and I told Francis, and he told me that that the joke was kind of dumb, but I think it was funny. I thought it was very humorous, I guess you can say. But I wouldn't know how to do a knock knock joke on it because none of nobody's here to really say who. But I will improvise, and I'll be the person that does the knock knock, and then I'll be the person that says who. Don't make fun of me. And then I had another joke just in case that I found. It's one of those like reading jokes. Does that even exist? Anyways, so I'll do both of them for you, and if you have any jokes for me to share, that would be awesome. We will get on with the rest of our lives. No, just kidding. So knock knock. Who's there? Owls. Owls who? They certainly do. Bidding! Drummel, whatever that thing is called. I thought it was funny. If you don't think that was funny, then you just need to just need to get a sense of humor. Come on. Anyways, I feel like I'm a dweeb sometimes. The other joke that I wanted to share with y'all, awesome people, was I have to read it. I had it online, but I knew I wasn't gonna be able to save it, so I wrote it word for word. It's not that long. A guy walks into a bar with a giraffe, and the giraffe gets way too drunk. The bartender says, "Hey, you can't leave that lion there." And the guy goes, "That's not a lion, it's a giraffe." I don't know how to do. I need to download that. Yay! I thought that one was silly. I know. I know. It's like. I thought they were funny. So if any jokes you have, feel free to share. If you don't have a joke now and you would like to share later, feel free to blow up my Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook with jokes that you may have or you find that you just absolutely would love to share. And I'll definitely do it on another episode. And each week I try to do everything different too, so I won't do like the same subjects or topics. I'll change it up. Sometimes I will, depending. And one of the major things that I would like to be able to do when I figure all this out is to have special guests, and that will be amazeballs. I will have other models show up either through video, maybe through phone, maybe they would like show up at my house and they will just be right here. That doesn't happen that often though, sadly. Tears running down my face. But hopefully it will be either models, same thing with photographers, artists in general. I may have, Ken? Hell yeah, show up. If you want to show up to my door, we can make it work. I need to figure out the technology side of making a video work, which I would love to have, so I don't have to worry about people coming to my door. But yes, I am totally up in to have special guests, and I would love to do it. So even Francis may stop by if any of y'all are artists, like literally, like you are draw shit. He might stop by, and that fool likes to talk about himself a lot when it comes to like interviews, so be prepared for that when that happens. Might have my roommate Andy Espinoza, who's also another artist, stop on by. We ask some questions, get one-on-one. We'll not even just ask questions about the career that they're in. We'll get some like more in-depth, like detailed personal questions. Again, PG, because sometimes though there are people that are not PG. So if there is a model or a photographer or artist or anyone of that like that literally doesn't give a fuck, you can ask them whatever you want if they were totally fine with going completely XXX, if that's them. But with me, it's a different story. So eventually, yes, I would love to have special guests, and I feel like that will be very amazeballs, amazing, fantastic, awesome for everyone, especially if you are just a fan of certain models, or if you're a model or a photographer or an artist that are just looking to get an understanding of the lifestyle of that career choice that you're interested in. And it's also a break from just listening to me sometimes, because I can ramble like a crazy mofo, because I'm in this room every single day of my life, and I have a lot of stuff in my head that just constantly plays. But with all that said, let's get into questions and answers. Yay! I noticed some of y'all asked questions as I was rambling like I do, so I will go over those after I quickly go over my current 3 quote-unquote favorite Tumblr questions that were recently asked within the past 3 weeks or so. The first one is from a Tumblr user called David Blazer Photography. He writes, I would assume you're he because your name is David. I read you say that you aren't nervous being nude, but you are nervous before every shoot. What do you do, or what does the team you're working with do to make you feel more comfortable? Yes, you're right. I'm not really, I am nervous with everything that I do. I hate when that happens when I use 2 words at the same time. But when it comes to being nude, I don't mean it's your body. You're naked in the shower. You're naked when you're doing other stuff. I prefer actually being clothed when I'm in the house. So, some people like to walk around naked in their house. I like to stay clothed because I like clothes, which is weird. But when it comes to showing up at photo shoots, I'm never really nervous just to get nude. I might for that first few seconds just because I'm trying to get a feel for the photographer or the team in general and how they work and things like that, especially if I never met them prior. I might get a little nervous, but overall I'm more nervous just arriving to the shoot because you never know what's about to happen. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And so for a photographer or even just a team in general to make me feel less uncomfortable or more comfortable or less nervous, basically just be yourself. Don't try too hard. Again, I'm a normal person, and hopefully with these podcasts, people will see that I'm literally nothing to be afraid of. Probably like the opposite. Until I start like lifting major weight, then you can go run away from me because I'm, a pretty badass by that point. Just kidding. But it just, as long as you're being yourself, and the environment is a big important part to make me feel comfortable, especially when nudity is involved. For the fact that I don't do well shooting photos in public. Even if it is clothed, I just get really awkward because I feel like people are judging me. The standard day-home moms, the doctors down the street. Like, I feel like everybody's judging me because, like, oh, that girl's a model. Like, she thinks she's so gorgeous that she takes pictures, all this stuff. I'm not like that. I literally am the opposite. I don't think I'm that gorgeous. But I get the sense of people just looking at me, and then people obviously will be driving their cars, honking, and so when it's a public environment, I tend to feel a lot more nervous. So if they're able to just basically just have fun with it, show me that it's not going to be a bad situation, so, it makes me feel more comfortable when I know a set is going to be, or a public area is going to be a little bit more secluded. Makes me feel a lot more better. If somebody does roll up and there's like a creepy person just stalking or like being really rude and disrespectful during the shoot, if they're able to handle it on a very professional but very serious note of making the person leave, that is always a great way of showing me that you can handle a setting with another person as a model. If they're either nude or not nude, it allows me to see that person can handle that scenario, and it makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Same for the team. If there's a huge team, makeup artist, hairstylist, producer, whatever, as long as the team is cool and they're just awesome to be around with, I could care less. Everything else is it's like 5 minutes left. So from our 915 artist, they write favorite food, be it healthy or junk food. Well, by golly means, I wrote this earlier and I'll say it again. I wrote it before countless times. I love pizza. It's ridiculous. I love it. Pepperoni, mushroom, all day, every day. Day. Pizza, every day. I would eat it every single day of my life. I would not get tired of it. So delicious. 3, The Texas Boy, 1991. Woohoo, Texas. Ever considered being an actress? I've considered it countless times, and I've tried to do it a few times. It's not like that big of an interest for me, so it's not like something that I would try to pursue and like go live on the streets just so I'd be, can be part of a scene of Law and Order, if that's still going on. I mean, it's not that serious, but if a good opportunity knocks on my door and I'm freaking awesome at it, I literally wouldn't say no. I had a recent one want me to be a nudist for a reality show, and I don't know why I was about to do that, but I'm not a nudist, so it was nice meeting those people, but it didn't work out because the money wasn't what I was hoping for, and that was totally fine, and it just didn't work. So from Arcane Thesis 1, hopefully I said that right, what are you aspiring to accomplish in your modeling career? That has always been a hard question for me to answer, but I'm slowly now I'm able to figure a decent answer for. I'm more aspiring to become a role model for others, and also to show people that the standard model is not what they think. You don't have to be 5'11" and a size 0 to be a fashion model. Especially with me being 5'3" and what size am I? Like 5? I don't know. I'm very curvy, obviously. I can be in fashion if I damn well please. And so I would like to show people that you don't have to be a certain type of model based on your looks or your height or your personality, things like that. And so that's one of the main things I want to show throughout my modeling career, as well as help others, ones that are just starting out, because there's a lot of things a lot of people do not know what goes down in modeling, especially being a freelance independent model. And throughout this podcast, that's one of the topics I will definitely get more into, is just the lifestyle of being a freelance independent model, as well as just daily stuff that I have to deal with that's ridiculous. And it gets pretty dramatic, because I'm not dramatic whatsoever. But yeah, pretty much just being an awesome role model. It's my current goal, at least. Is your outfit special for the webcast, or were you already ready for that day? Today? It's just for y'all. It's like a little. You've probably seen my Instagram photo. It's like a little dress. I'm being lazy. I don't want to get up my chair. I actually was wearing a gym outfit earlier. I posted or tweeted on Twitter that I literally, now with exercise, I just wear sports bras, yoga pants, and t-shirts and running shoes with my hair up every single day of my life, and that's literally the case. So, I mean, I did this. I got makeup just for y'all. I got, usually when I'm at the house, I don't dress up nice unless I'm going somewhere. But also we have a guest too, so I also kind of got dressed nice for them, but not really. They don't care what I look like. Anything planned for your birthday this weekend? Nothing planned for this weekend. Francis isn't allowing me to see his email, and he took my phone one day and wouldn't give it back, and I realized he called my sister-in-law. So I'm thinking he may have something up his sleeve, but I'm not sure. He won't let me check his email, and I'm good like that. I won't look if he tells me not to. So nothing really planned this weekend. Nothing even planned on my birthday, which is July 22nd. Yeah. 6 days from now. I had to think about it. I'll be turning 22. What's up? That's my favorite number. So yeah, nothing. Hopefully I'll have cash so I can buy myself an unhealthy dessert or something. Pizza. I'm making sure that's my cheat day, is whatever day I plan to do something, I'm making that a cheat day because I ain't worrying about food. I'm gonna be eating my face off. So yeah, that was pretty much my first episode podcast. I'm gonna go over a few minutes just so I can sum up a few things. So yeah, it's gonna happen every Wednesday at the time from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you don't know where that's at on the time zone chart, go look it up. But it should be a good time for everybody, hopefully. And if not, it will be recorded and posted on my Ustream, or it may be even posted on my Tumblr. Haven't figured that out yet. I'm still in the process of all this stuff. Yeah, cancers. Anyways, and so as a wrap up, I would like to thank everyone for attending this and being so amazingly awesome and rad and fantastic and any other adjective that I can think of for the second. You're totally that. I appreciate everyone that is, that y'all actually have been PG, and I apologize to those who were expecting some boobies or some full body nakedness. I'm sorry to break your heart, but that wasn't gonna happen. You can wait for the next nude photo that I post online. And if you like to check out, I have an Amazon wish list. I made it for you to support, I guess you can say, photo shoots that I have. So there's outfits in there, and dresses is an outfit. Dresses, shoes, shirts, things that could benefit a photo shoot. So when I get a photo back, I can credit and say yeah, this badass outfit was sent from so-and-so. And then there's just stuff to help with my daily life. I don't know. So feel free to check it out. It's on my Tumblr at the very top of my Tumblr. It says wish list on the very far right of the screen. But other than that, I appreciate it, and I hope I wasn't so boring or whatever. But everyone have a superb night or day wherever you are living at this moment, and I will see y'all next week. Yay! Okay, bye everyone. Have a great day. Night. things, whatever. Bye.